Yes, sir, you can start, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for your short introduction. My dear children, so you will be familiar with me because it is my fourth class to you. So I am Preeti Vinod Kumar from St. Mary's English Medium School, Martelli. My dear children, today we will be having two classes, that is two lessons. That is, one is global problem and India's role, as well as international institution. We will be learning about these two chapters, as well as we are going to learn the important questions from both the chapters. Now, my dear children, let us move on to our first chapter, that is Unit 4, Global Problem and India's role. In this chapter, children, there are three units, that is, topics are there. That is, denial of human rights, armed races, economic inequality. These are the three topics we are having, children. Among these three topics, we are not having armed races as well as economic inequality. These two has been eliminated. Only we are having denial of human rights. This is the only topic we are going to learn in the chapter Global Problem and India's role. Let us learn, children, one by one. So when we speak about human rights, it is the concept with the end of the Second World War, the imperialism and the colonialism which has ended. When it has been ended, imperialism, a new world emerged along with the old world order. Here you should not confuse, children. The world is old, but the new thing has been emerged when it is the beginning of U.N.O. The new era of world started when U.N.O. was started. That is called as United Nations Organization. Even though United Nations Organization has been started, it still there were numerous problems which were exist throughout the world. They are like a human rights problem, economic inequality, apartheid, as well as the terrorism, which has been remained throughout the world, which was an obstacle and which was a great problem for the world. In that, India as a member of world community is trying best to solve these problem, especially the human rights. When we speak about human rights, children, human rights denial, it is happening throughout the world. So that humanists are advocating that every human being should get their rights. That's what the humanists they speak about. Human should get human rights. But unfortunately, children, human rights have not been honored in the long history of human civilization. That human rights denial, it is happening throughout the world. You can see the children, human rights is first, see, they are fighting for human rights. Below that, one more picture has been shown. There is a placard which says a beach and a sea only for white man. Such a way that the denial is happening throughout the world in the name of caste, religion, race, gender, color of skin, and nationalism. Human rights have been denied to many people throughout the world as well as throughout the history. With having the denial of human rights, people started, they wanted to introduce the universal human rights. Few things which has inspired the people to begin the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The revolutions are American War of Indian Independence, that is 1776. You can see in the picture, children. At the same time, the Russian Revolution in 1789, and then the French Revolution in 1917, as well as our Indian freedom movement. All have inspired the world people to declare a new era, that is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. In that aspect, what has been done, universal human rights is considered as a major event in the world history, in the history of human beings, in the world history. It is very, very important, children. That is universal human rights. The Human Rights Declaration prepared by experts, which has been agreed by the member countries and which has been adopted by UNO General Body meeting on 10th December 1948. Hence, the Universal Human Rights Declaration, which took place on 10th December 1948. That is the day human rights which has been given to the people, and also it has been secured by and it has been protected by United Nations organization. This is the general throughout the world, children. Now that we have to see what is the role which has been played by our India in the protection of human rights. In that aspect, children, in the Constitution of India, from Article 12 to 35, a part 3rd, which speaks about the fundamental rights. You know very well, children, the fundamental rights, 6 fundamental rights, right to equality, right to liberty, all these are that 6 fundamental rights which has been spoken in our Constitution from Article 12 to 35. At the same time, UNO has formed an International Human Commission. Not only India, even at UNO, United Nations Organization, which has started International Human Organization, children. So on the similar line, India also have made many commissions in India to protect human rights. That's what the chapter says, children. The world problem and as well as India's role. The same way in the human rights protection, what is the role India is doing? Then we see that according to in the same line of UNO, International Human Organization, that is commission, India also have started many commissions in India, namely the National Commission for Human Rights, that is the commission, and also National Commission for Scheduled Caste, and National Commission for Scheduled Tribes, and National Women's Commission, National Backward Class Commission have been formed to monitor and the implementation of human rights. This is India is protecting human rights, and also it is supporting UNO in order to protect human rights, children. With these, children, with the one topic, we have come to our first chapter in, because we are having only one chapter, children, only one topic, children, in this chapter. Arms races as well as the economic inequality which has been removed, that is not for our examination. Now, children, we shall move to our next chapter, that is the chapter 5, International Institution. So when we speak about the international institution, children, the name comes to our mind is UNO. You can see, children, the emblem of UNO, and also that the General Assembly, that is United Nations Organization's General Assembly meeting session, one photograph you can see on your display, children. Now we shall move on to that United Nations Organization. The same way, United Nations Organization is also, it is not a one-day organization, children. When Second World War was going on, the serious effort have been made to establish another world organization. Here you should notice, children, another world organization, because after the end of First World War, the League of Nations was started, but the League of Nations became a failure. Hence, they wanted to start another world organization in order to secure lasting peace. They wanted to create everlasting peace. Hence, in this aspect, leaders like Winston Churchill of England and Joseph Stalin of Russia and Franklin D. Roosevelt of America decided, the three great people, they decided to have a new global organization. That is the organization even till today, which has been maintaining the international peace, my dear children. That is called as UNO, United Nations Organization. At the same time, the term United Nations was coined by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He is the man who has given the name called United Nations. My dear children, this is very, very important. UNO, United Nations Organization, came into existence on 24th October 1945. That is the year the UNO which has come into practice. At present, children, there are 193 member nations in UNO, and it is headquarters in New York City. The membership is open to all the countries which loves peace. The country which wants peace, the membership has been given free, my dear children. And the next thing is, when we speak about the UNO, we should know that the aims of UNO, their goal, what is their aim? Accordingly, the first aim is, children, to maintain international peace and security. That is the first aim, children. That is international peace and security. Second one is to develop friendly relationship among the nations. To develop friendly relationship. Third one is to establish faith in fundamental human rights. This is also another important aim of UNO. And the fourth one is to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of economic, social, as well as cultural field, and also on humanitarian character. And the fifth one is to establish justice and respect for international obligations. The international obligation, they wanted to introduce the respect. Also, sixth one, to function as the center of harmonizing the action in order to make every nation together, to keep every nation in together. That is the aim of UNO. These all are the aims of UNO. And my dear children, in UNO, there are organs are there. You may be knowing very well, there are 6 organs which are there in UNO. The organs are, it is General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, Trusteeship Council, International Court of Justice, and the Secretariat. These are the 6 main organs of UNO. The first one is General Assembly. The second one is Security Council. The third one is the Economic and Social Council. Fourth one, Trusteeship Council. The fifth one is International Court of Justice. And the sixth one is the Secretariat. My dear children, now let us learn one by one what these organs are doing, and also how these organs are supporting UNO. First one is, children, the General Assembly. As you are seeing in the picture, the General Assembly is the view how that place will be. The General Assembly, this is a general body consisting of all the members of UNO. That means 193 member countries are there. They all consist of the general body. So now each member country can send 5 members, but they have only single vote. When some decision comes, only a single vote they can give, but they can send 5 members. The ordinary session normally commences from September and until mid of December. Normally, it begins in the month of September and it ends in the month of December. If there is an emergency, they can call at any time. That is the General Assembly, the function. And also, the annual budget is to be approved by General Assembly. Any budgeting, that has to be approved by General Assembly. And the most important thing, children, it is playing a prominent role in almost global issue as a world parliament. Here one thing you should notice, children, they used to ask a frequent question, which is resembles as world parliament in UNO. That is General Assembly. General Assembly resembles as global parliament or world parliament. This is how that General Assembly functions. The next one is the Security Council. When we speak about the Security Council, in this council, and also the council is the most powerful organ among all the 6 organs. Security Council is most powerful, and it is the cabinet of UNO, like our Indian cabinet. In the cabinet, we can find ministers. Ministers are having more power. In the same way, the Security Council, which resembles like cabinet of UN, and it consists of 15 members. There will be 15 members, out of which 5 nations are permanent nations. They are permanent one, and 10 are non-permanent. That means temporary members. The permanent nations are USA, Russia, Britain, France, and China. These are the 5 permanent nations. Now, India is also member of Security Council, but it is a temporary member, and it resembles as a cabinet. There will be 2 questions, children. One thing is the General Assembly resembles as a parliament. Security Council, it resembles as a cabinet. Next thing, children, non-permanent members are elected for a term of 2 years by the General Assembly. They will be elected for 2 years. These members represent various geographical regions. From various geographical regions, they have been nominated, and they have been elected, and they have been given to Security Council. And each member has 1 vote. And also, India wanted to become permanent membership in Security Council, but yet it is trying to get the permanent membership, but it is not getting until now. And the Security Council is primarily aiming to solve international disputes through peaceful means. It is important, children. It is trying to solve the problems in a peaceful manner. That's the act of Security Council, and also that is the main aim of U.N.O. Hence, it wanted to solve the international problems in peaceful method. And also, it elects judges for International Court of Justice. It also elects and also recommends a name for the post of Secretary General. It will come in the future, children. I will tell you, Secretary General. For the Secretary General post, it recommends, but it is not appointing. It gives a recommendation to become a Secretary General. And the next one is, children, that is the Economic and Social Council. This is the council consists of 54 members elected by General Assembly. 18 members of these councils shall be elected each year for the term of 3 years. And also the council elects a president among its members. Recently, 17 members have been included to Economic and Social Council. And the next one is, children, that is the Trusteeship Council. This council actually works an auxiliary or assisting organ of General Assembly. It is an assisting one for General Assembly. As the number of trust territories and administration nation has decreased, the council has become smaller. It has to look after the small territories. That is the work of Trusteeship Council. It is not playing a major role, but it is also having a significant role. And next one is, children, that is the International Court of Justice. It is important, children, the International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice, it is a principal judicial organ. Judicial, you will be knowing very well. It is like a court. It is a judicial organ of U.N.O, and all members are the parties to the status of this court. They have to take part in this. And now this court, it consists of 15 judges elected for a term of 9 years. Already you have seen, children, the Security Council is electing these members. There will be 15 judges, and they have been given a term of 9 years. They will be working for 9 years and eligible for re-election. Even in the re-election also, they can be eliminated. They can be nominated. And this is important, children. Its seat is in Hague of Netherlands. The International Court of Justice, you can see in the picture, children, that is located in the place called Hague, which is in the Netherlands. With the judgment of international dispute, it gives advisory opinion on any legal questions. Any legal question arises, it gives advice and also it gives opinion to other countries. And the last one is the Secretariat. Already mentioned, children, the General Secretary. The present General Secretary is, you can see in the picture, children, that is Antonio Guterres. Antonio Guterres is the present Secretary General. The Secretariat is the organ, it comprises of a Secretary General and the staff of UNO. The Secretary General as well as the staff members in order to maintain all the file work, like in our school office, yeah, HM office, there you can find all the files will be kept, like your admission register, TC, and your remaining things, it will be kept. So like it is an office, that is a Secretariat. In that Secretariat, there will be Secretary General and as well as the staff members. The helping members will be there in the Secretariat. The present Secretary General is the Antonio Guterres. You can see in the picture, children, he is a person, he is the Secretary General. The Secretary General is the Chief Administrative Officer of the organization, who is appointed by General Assembly. General Assembly is appointing, but they can give the nomination or they can give a recommendation. Security Council can give recommendation, but appointment will be from General Assembly. And then the Secretariat is located at the headquarters of UNO in the New York. In the New York City, the Secretariat is located, having its branches. Even it is having some other branches in the places called Geneva and Nairobi. In 3 places, it has the Secretariat. It is there. And also all the day-to-day administration work and planning, organization under its purview. They are the people, they will be taking care of day-to-day administration and they will plan for it, as well as they will organize the world in peaceful manner. Now, children, let's go to the next one, that is achievements of UNO. What are the achievements done? First and foremost achievement is, children, it has prevented Third World War. After Second World War, that is no World War as took place. That is the greatest achievement of UN, which they have done it. That is the main reason they have been established and they are achieving successfully. Apart from this, the UNO has dealt with a large number of political disputes, like a dispute like Suez Canal, Iran, Indonesia, Kashmir, that is our problem, Jammu Kashmir and Pakistan problem, as well as Palestine, Korea, Hungary, Congo, Cyprus, Arab Israel, Namibia, Afghanistan. In all these places, the political problem, the UNO is giving solution to them, and they are clearing their disputes in all these important problems which has been took. These are the worthy to be mentioned, which dealt with UNO. They deal these problems in an effective manner. And also in the post-Cold War situation, the UNO could play more effective role in the maintenance of world peace. After the First and Second World War, there was a Cold War, which was on the basis of ideology. That would have been led to Third World War, but the UN has prevented that situation, and it has tackled that post-Cold War situation in very good manner. And in other fields like economic and financial achievements, what they have been, the preamble of UNO Charter proclaims that it has to promote social progress and better standard of life. That is what the charter, like our Indian preamble, it also has the preamble, and the preamble speaks that promotes for social progress and better standard of life. On this basis, this task has been accomplished under the supervision of Economic and Social Council, and also it has under the GATTC, that is General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. UN has encouraged international cooperation in the field of economic and financial fields, and also the United Nations Development Program is worthy to be mentioned under this economic and financial category. And various schemes and financial assistance have been launched by agencies of UN like IBRD, IMF, that is International Monetary Fund, all have been launched by the economic and social sector. And the next sector is children, that is social achievement. In the social achievement, with the number of organization, other agencies like WHO, World Health Organization, United Nations Education and Cultural Organization, as United Nations International Children Emergency Fund, it the women, children as well as women, and also it is taking care of health education in all the field. So the noteworthy is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948. That is the social achievement, the greatest achievement they have been done. Apart from that, even the eradication of apartheid principle, racial discrimination, colonialism, imperialism, all has been they have been eradicated. These all the greatest achievements of the U.N.O in the social sector. Now, my dear children, here are few pictures are there like FAO, ILO, UNICEF, and then these all the picture, World Health Organization, WHO. All these are the agencies of U.N.O. Apart from organs, there are 6 organs UN having. Apart from that organs, some other agencies are there. That agencies are these all the agencies, FAO, ILO. Now, my dear children, we shall see one by one what these agencies are doing. So, as such, the first one is children, the agencies of the FAO. It is the intention to establish FAO is fight against poverty, hunger, and malnutrition all over the game, and it has been started in the year 1945. And also, it has other aims: improvement of agriculture, provision of more nutritious food, and liberation of world population from hunger, and also improvement of living condition of rural people. And its headquarters is in Rome. The next one is children, WHO. WHO means World Health Organization. In order to protect and improve health of mankind, World Health Organization was established in 1948. Now, in the present pandemic COVID-19, also World Health Organization is trying its better to find out a medicine for this. In the same manner, WHO and eradicated epidemics. In the olden days, there were epidemics like COVID-19. There were other epidemics also, like cholera, plague, malaria, smallpox. WHO was successful in finding medicine. Also, it is eradicating diseases. In the present day, it fights against a similar global level health hazardous COVID-19. Now, my dear children, WHO is successful in eradicating one of the greatest which has been done by WHO is the eradication of smallpox from the world. In olden days, children, when a smallpox affects a person, it is considered as a death. There was no medicine at all. The WHO has discovered that medicine for them, and it is eradicated the world. That is one of the greatest achievements of WHO. There are issues like population exploitation and the environment protection, hunger and malnutrition. In all these fields, service of WHO is very significant. And the headquarters of WHO, that is World Health Organization, is in Geneva of Switzerland. And the next one is children, that is UNESCO. That is United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, which was established in the year 1946. and the headquarters is at Paris. Paris is the headquarters for United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, and it is promoting special organs mainly dealing with the promotion of science, science-related activity, education, as well as culture through the global. Throughout the global, it is taking the science, education, cultural to the world. And the next one, next organization, it is UNICEF. It is important one, that is UNICEF, United Nations Children's Emergency Fund. It is for the emergency fund. This is a specialized agency, came into existence in the year 1946. In the 1946, UNICEF came into existence, and the main aim to look after welfare of children, especially after the Second World War. After the Second World War, it wanted to take care of the children. That was a very special aim of UNICEF. In 1957, it became a permanent institution in U.N.O. Its main objective are to provide a favorable condition for the development of women as well as for the children. It consists of 30 members. It extends assistance to all the needy countries of the world to fulfill this goal. One of the important thing, children, in 1965, UNICEF won the Nobel Prize, the world's highest prize, which has been won by UNICEF for their great job for the humanity, especially for the children. The money collected by selling greetings card by this organization is utilized for the welfare of children. That is, thus it is a popular humanitarian organization. And also, you should remember, children, it has got Nobel Prize, the world's highest prize, in 1965. That's UNESCO's greatest achievement. Next thing, children, that is IMF, International Monetary Fund. This global financial institution established in 1945 and started functioning from 1947. Even though it started in 1945, but it started to function from 1947. And the headquarters, it is located in Washington, is the headquarters for IMF, International Monetary Fund. It aims at solving international economic problems. All the economic problem it wanted to solve, and it strives to promote world trade. It is encouraging world trade and economic stability and sound balance of payment situation, to create a balance of payment. That is an important goal for them. And also the IMF is functioning has been largely appreciated for the efficiency and as well as transparency. They are efficient, they are talent, and also for their transparency, it is very, very popular. It may be described as a central bank of different countries. And the next one is, children, that is IBRD. The IBRD, it has been called as the World Bank. It's working for the world free of poverty. So the IBRD has been called as the World Bank. This is also known as the World Bank, which has been established in 1947. Its headquarters was in Washington. This has been established with the aim of economic regeneration of the world after Second World War. In the Second World War, the economy was lost throughout the world. They wanted to raise that economic standard in the world. And also, it extends huge loan facilities to all the needy member states for the development of agriculture, industry, transport, and communication. It helps to promote world trade and the balance of payment adjustment. That is very, very important regarding IBR. Next one is ILO. That is International Labour Organization. Mainly aiming for the welfare of working class people. So the working class people, they are giving their aim, and also its headquarters is in Geneva of Switzerland. Every member state sends two representatives to its administrative council one from labor class, another one from the management. Issues like social security, protection from the health hazards, standard of living, these all the facility which ILO is providing for working class come under the purview of ILO. Even the maternity benefit of women labor, minimum wage, housing benefits, etc. are also dealt by this organization. As like our India, it is also doing that. And the next one is children, that is UNO, that is the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. It is mainly focusing on trade. This is a world agency mainly concerned with the promotion of global level trade, that is international trade and commerce. It strives for smooth international trade, providing technical assistance. It mainly provides technical assistance. And the next one is children, that is World Trade Organization. You might have heard about it, World Trade Organization. Namely, it has been established in 1st January 1995, World Trade Organization. And all the member states have signed an agreement called General Agreement of Trade and Tariff. It is also aiming at solving any sort of problem relating to international trade and commerce. If there is any problem related to international trade and commerce, it is ready to solve such problems. And it functioning along with the World Bank. It has its cooperation along with the World Bank, and it is formulating policies and international trade and for international trade and commerce. It is creating rules and regulation. These all are the important agencies of World U.N.O, United Nations Organization. Apart from organs, the 6 organs, these all are some of the agencies of U.N.O, that is United Nations Organization. My dear children, we have come to the end of our session. I hope that you have been understood the lessons. That is that first one, that we have been taught that world problem and India's role, as well as the international institution. Now we shall move on to the next session, children. It is called as 0 hour. You will be knowing very well, children. In the 0 hour, we will be asking questions, and also we will be getting the answers for that. Are you ready, children, for 0 hour?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shall we move for questions, answers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my dear children, that is the first question is coming on your display. That the first question is, Human Rights Day is
Sir,
celebrated
option B,
on
December 10.
Option B.
option B, December
10.
10th. Very good, children. Option B, that is December 10th, it has been celebrated as Human Rights Day. The next question, the movements in the early part of 19th century provided more strength
Sir,
to
option D, all of the above. All the above.
Sir.
all the all the above is the right answer, children, because the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which has been inspired by American War of Independence and also Russian Revolution, French Revolution, even Indian freedom movement. So as such, all the above is the correct answer. The next one, children, in the Constitution of India, from Article 12 to 35 of Part 3,
Option C, fundamental rights.
Option C, fundamental rights.
Option C, fundamental rights. Excellent answer, children. That is the fundamental rights has been spoken. The next question, children. The U.N.O was founded in the year
1945.
Option A, 1945.
1945. Good, children. 1945 is the right answer. And the next question. It acts like a global parliament.
Sir, option B, General Assembly.
Option B, General Assembly. General Assembly has been act as it's like a global parliament, that is General Assembly. Next one, children. Cabinet of U.N.O is
Option C, Security Council.
Option C, Security Council. Yes, children, you should remember the General Assembly is World Parliament because why? All the members are there That's why it has been called as parliament. In Security Council, only 15 members. Among
Five
the 5
permanent
are
members, 10 temporary
permanent
members.
members, 10 temporary members. Very good, children. That is Security Council.
Council.
Next question, children. The France,
Permanent
USA,
members.
UK,
Permanent.
Russia
Option A.
are
Sir, option A, permanent members.
option A, permanent
Permanent.
members. They are the permanent members of U.N.O, United Nations Organization. Very good, children. The next question. The Secretary General of U.N.O is
Option C.
Sir, option C, Antonio
Guterres.
Guterres.
Anthony Guterres.
Antonio Guterres. That is the correct answer, children. It is displayed on your slide. That is Antonio Guterres is the General Secretary General of U.N.O. Next question, children. The International Court of Justice is
Hague,
located
option D.
at
Sir, option D, Hague.
Netherlands.
the
In Netherlands.
Hague.
Hague.
Hague. It is in Netherlands. You can see in the picture, children. It's the right answer. That is Hague. Is the right one. The next question. The term of office of international judges is dash years.
10 years.
10 years.
5 years.
Huh?
Option
Sir,
How many years? 10, 9,
option
5,
C,
6.
5 years.
5 years, sir.
Is it 5 year?
Yes, sir.
No.
9 years. 9 years, sir.
The right answer is 9 years. 9 years is the right answer. 5 years it is not. The 9 years is the term of office for International Court of Justice, children. Next one. The World Health Organization was founded on in the year 1945, 1948.
option D, 1948.
19, option D, 1948 is the right answer. Very good, children. Keep up, keep up. The next question. The headquarters, head office of the World Health Organization
Sir, option
is
C, Geneva.
located-
Geneva.
Option
Sir,
C,
option C, Geneva.
Of Switzerland.
Geneva. In the Geneva, it is the World Health Organization. Very good, children. The next one. The headquarters, the head office of UNESCO is
Paris.
located in
Sir, option D, Paris.
option D, Paris. Very good, children. And the next one, UNICEF received a Nobel Prize in the year
1965.
1965.
Sir.
option A,
Option A.
1965.
Option A.
Excellent answer, children. Excellent. Next question. The IBRD is also known as
World
Yes.
Bank. World Bank.
Sir, option D, World Bank.
World.
option D,
Option D,
World Bank. Very good, children. The World Bank is the correct answer. And the last question, children. The WTO was founded on January 1st,
Sir, option C, 1995.
1995. The WTO, that is World Trade Organization, founded on January 1st, 1995. My dear children, we have come to the end of our session. So now if you have any doubts, you can ask, children. Have you understood, children?
Yes, sir.
Very good. If you have anything to ask, you can ask, children. Otherwise, we can wind up. We can go for the next session.
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay, so sir, you have done class very well. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for
ma'am.
your presentation, sir. Sir,
Thank you, ma'am.
tomorrow,
Thank you, ma'am.
do you have class tomorrow, sir?
Day after tomorrow, I am having.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.
On behalf
Thank you.
of children, on behalf of children, I extend my thanks to you, and on behalf of Diet and Uma Madam also, I extend my thanks to you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. And
Children,
also, I am also taking the opportunity to thank the Department of Public Education, Chamarajanagara, as well as the Diet, Chamarajanagara, and all the technicians who supported to host, especially for you, ma'am. And also, of course, for the children, they have participated actively. To you also, thank you, children. At the same juncture, my heartfelt thanks to Mrs. Uma, the lecturer, Diet Chamarajanagara, for organizing in the excellent method and also encouraging people like me to provide guidance to do the best. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Once
sir.
again,
One more question, children.
thank you, Ananda.
Somebody is
Ah.
asking IMF, it is International Monetary Fund. Expansion of
Ah.
IMF is International Monetary
Yeah, yeah.
Fund. Isn't it, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
International Monetary Fund.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
sir, full form of FAO, what, sir?
Food and Agriculture Organization.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Any doubts you have, children? Doubts idre illa illandre stop ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಒಂದು ನಿಮಿಷ.